Before we get into your reading, I'd like to start by thanking everyone who has liked and commented on the videos, as well as subscribed and donated to my channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all of my contact information, including my email and social media links, as well as links to my music and podcast in the description below this video. Okay, let's get into your reading.
What do we have for Leo? Hangman, Pisces energy at the foundation of the reading, Leo. Leo, I'm getting a slightly similar energy to the Libra reading. What I'm picking up here is, and I feel that this is taking place because of the astrology right now. Typically, this is always going to be the reason why we are going through specific cycles in our life. But there's an energy here of some sort of perspective. It's an energy of having a different vantage point. And I feel that the divine is empowering you with this, let's say, shift in perspective to help you transition into the next cycle of your life. Now, an example of this would be starting to look at your life from a higher perspective, a universal vantage point, and you start to recognize people, places, things in your life, in your environment, in a way that you haven't recognized them or seen them before. This could be looking at somebody and for the first time recognizing how truly evil and indoctrinated they are by the simulation that we all live in, by the Matrix. Whereas maybe you have been having a difficult time disconnecting from these individuals. So simply put, the universe is empowering you with a perspective shift in your life, Leo, to help you transition on into this new cycle in your life. You're being given a vision, a sight to see these energies in a light you've never seen them in before. And I'm sorry to say, but it's almost an energy of seeing them as energetically beneath you, right? You're elevating, you're evolving, you're ascending, which is a form of you going higher. So of course, they're going to be beneath you in some capacity here, but in the energy. What do we have at the sacral? Wow. The devil. This goes along perfectly with what I just said. It's this energy of indoctrination. It's like you're leaving into a better season in your life and you're starting to see how you just don't resonate with these individuals anymore. You look at life through a different lens, a lens that's unfiltered. You see clearly. You see through the eyes of the universe. Being gifted with sight from a universal vantage point, allowing you to disengage from these karmic cycles in your life and move forward in a manner that doesn't create drag. And what do I mean by that? Creating drag. Well, Leo, when we're disengaging from these karmic cycles, we have a tendency to get emotionally invested and find ourselves in a difficult situation, and this can lead to us not really making any moves in our life. So then the divine comes in and gives you this perspective shift. So you disengage emotionally. You essentially start to look at these cycles, these people, these places, these things as no love lost, because it never really existed to begin with, because of how truly different you are from these individuals. As you leave these energies behind, you start to recognize how truly indoctrinated they are and chained to these karmic cycles, and that there was never a sense of evolution with these individuals in your life. It was all about them keeping you in place, keeping you bound and shackled along with them. See, the difference between you and them was always you wanting to build a better life for yourself. You knew there was something better. You wanted to evolve. as a human and just become the best version of yourself you can possibly be. Live the best life that you can possibly align with in this incarnation. A lot of you were hoodwinked, bamboozled into thinking that these individuals wanted the same, only to realize after running these karmic cycles time and time again that this wasn't the case at all. You start to recognize running these cycles as a lot of time wasted. And I always say the devil just needs your time. That's it. Even if he takes one day away from you, this is a big win, because we're only granted so much time in this life cycle. So even if the devil gets 1 minute of your time, it's essentially a win. I feel you're also starting to recognize where you're putting your time and investing your energy into now, Leo, which is empowering you on your path moving forward. Yes, we essentially have to run these karmic cycles and sacrifice our time to the devil unknowingly to be able to self-empower and push forward into a new cycle in our life, but we don't need to allow it to continue once we've awokened to this dynamic. And this is exactly what I'm getting here with this hangman and devil at the foundation and sacral of this reading. This hangman at the root chakra, at the foundation, is symbolizing you letting go of everything you once knew and deemed as stable in your life, realizing that there was actually never any stability there. It was all an illusion. And this devil at the sacral is speaking about this very hedonistic, very manipulative, overactive sacral energy that you were engaged in. For a lot of you, this is going to be people in your life, romantic connections, marriages, boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, husbands, family dynamics, friends. Take it as it fits. But it's like everything has been exposed to you now. You see everything from this wider scope. It's like the universe has zoomed you out, and you're able to see your entire life on the horizon line as it sits up until this very point. And with this comes a massive revelation and paradigm shift in your reality. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Ace of Wands in reverse, Aries, Leo, Sag energy at the solar plexus. And as you're having this paradigm shift and you're seeing your life up until this very point spread across the horizon line, Leo, you're starting to see now where all these obstacles and setbacks were coming from. Nothing is hidden anymore. You see it all for what it's worth. And time has been the only factor in this taking place in your life. You need to start moving in the other direction and self-empowering, and as time goes on, the divine will show you a little more, another piece to the puzzle, reveal a little bit more surrounding what can be deemed as mysteries that were plaguing you in your life. But I'm now getting an energy of complete exposure. You have no doubt in your mind anymore, Leo, around what was creating these blockages in your life. And this last piece of the exposure is going to allow you to make this last leap into this new season of your life. As time goes on, Leo, you will start to compartmentalize all this information differently, and there will be even more exposure. But up until this very moment, you're being blessed with just enough exposure to be able to arm yourself with the goods you need to press forward. You're starting to see where this very domineering, power-hungry energy was existing in your life, which is coming up as an overactive solar plexus energy. I'm getting a full balance across your first three chakras here, Leo. After a time of being bombarded, I feel, with a lot of instability in your root chakra, energy of feeling very anxious and ungrounded, and being bombarded with an overactive sacral and solar plexus chakra, which is an energy of you essentially being manipulated and dominated by this external force in your life, causing you to feel disempowered on your path, living in fear. What do we have at the heart, please? 7 of Cups at the heart. And there it is. There's the illusions. There's the smoke and mirrors. Right there at the heart. It's an energy that doesn't want you to disengage. Wants you to remain in these karmic cycles. Wants you to hold on to bitterness and resentment. Doesn't want you to trust anybody that may come onto your path as you step into the future. See, these people, these energies, love the idea of you never trusting another individual ever again based off of what they've done to you, Leo. This is something we've all dealt with in some capacity in our lives. It's just a byproduct, really, of living in this day and age. We always question people who come onto our path because we've been hurt so much, we've been let down so much. But Leo, if you can try and look at this energy from a higher perspective and recognize this as those energies essentially getting a win over you, if you hold on to this energy moving forward and you punish other people who want to come into your life that may be good for you in your path based off of what other individuals did to you, then you're essentially allowing those past individuals to get a win over you moving forward, even though they may not be in your life anymore. Now, obviously, this is a lot easier said than done. I do understand this. But if you can start to compartmentalize what I'm saying surrounding these energies, then as time goes on, you'll start to get this energy up off of you. But the best way to really release this energy is to break the chains of resentment and bitterness that keep you energetically engaged with these past cycles. Seeing these energies as essentially beneath you, vibrationally speaking, and as if they didn't know any better, and just releasing those cords of attachment back to them. It's something you do from within, Leo. It's something I always speak about, and I will always speak about because it's absolutely crucial to the evolution of each one of us. And you, Leo. This is very, very important that you do this. You're essentially freeing yourself from your own mental confinement based off of what other individuals have put you through in your past. What do we have at the throat, please? 3 of Cups, Cancer energy at the throat. And this goes along perfectly with everything I just said. See, once you start to do this, you'll start to be more trusting of the energies that do come onto your path. You'll start to be aligned with your comrades, your soul tribe. You'll start to build a new community of friends, people, family, however this energy shows up in your particular life, Leo. But these first 4 cards convey a very clear message of recognizing these energies for what they truly are in your life, and releasing these energies back to them so you can move into this new cycle freed of any shackles that may be trying to re-engage you in the previous cycle. You have new energy waiting for you here, Leo, with this 3 of Cups at the throat. This is also going to help you with your communication, balancing your throat chakra. After a time of being in the space of feeling essentially misunderstood. It's an energy of feeling like you can't express yourself, blocked throat chakra energy. That is all a result of these very opinionated, very critical individuals that were keeping you engaged in these cycles. See, what I'm picking up here is an overactive throat chakra energy that these individuals from your past used against you. This represents this very opinionated, critical energy. This is how they were towards you. This caused you to go insular, close yourself off, blocked throat chakra energy. The divine is bringing this all into balance now once you release these karmic cords of attachment. You're going to find yourself feeling more expressive, communicating more with individuals, wanting to nurture new connections in your life. This is the energy that is coming towards you, Leo. What do we have at the third eye, please? Wow. Nine of Swords. Gemini energy at the third eye. The divine is healing you of this torment that this previous cycle brought into your life, Leo. This anxiety, this grief, this depression for a lot of you, right here at the third eye. So this is all based around how you perceive your reality. See, you were bombarded with this energy, which caused you not to be able to trust how you're perceiving your reality. You felt off kilter, off balance, like your world is closing in on you, like there's something wrong with you. But what this is you essentially falling victim to these energies, succumbing to these projective energies that were being thrown your way. Finally feeling like you can get out of your head, Leo. Get out of this confinement. Getting out of this over-analytical energy, this untrusting energy. That's all a result of this previous cycle. Third eye, it being brought into balance. After a time of feeling very unfocused and afraid of your own judgment, afraid to meet new people, new energies, have new experiences, because you're worried you might attract individuals that are in alignment with these past demons that you've managed to escape from. What do we have at the crown, please? Oh, right as that card dropped out, I got a really dull ringing in my ear. For a lot of you, this does have to do with marriages or very close connections to you. But Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy again, is an overall energy of disharmony, feeling misaligned with the people around you. Also feeling like there's something wrong with you, like you're an outcast, right? Like you're the bad apple. You're the common denominator. But this is black sheep energy, Leo. It's very important you recognize this. If you know that you're living life as close to what God's intention for you is, you know that you're not going out of your way to harm other individuals. You're trying your absolute best to be the best version of yourself you can possibly be and align with your path and head towards your destiny. If you know this to be true, but you're being made to feel like there's something wrong with you, then Leo, this is a very clear indication that you are a black sheep, a chosen individual that is supposed to carve out an entirely different path on your own. See, a lot of us remain engaged in these cycles for a very long time until we realize this. We're tortured, Nine of Swords at the third eye, mentally speaking, thinking there's something wrong with us. We're wired differently, that maybe we just don't perceive reality the way it really is. But Leo, I cannot tell you how truly incorrect this is. There's a need to go inward, Leo. The divine wants to speak to you, wants to guide you through this opposing energy, and that's absolutely what it is, an opposing energy, an enemy energy. You are in the hive, Leo. You are in the core of the enemy's base camp. This is why you feel this way. You are not one of them. The sooner you realize this and self-empower and pick yourself up, Leo, and start charging forward, the sooner you can step into this new timeline and look back and be grateful that you're no longer entertaining these energies. And there will be a moment where you will have this sort of horrifying realization that you succumbed to this for a period of time. We all have, Leo. We all have. Every single one of us goes through a time of succumbing to these energies before we actually wake up to the truth. It's all a part of it. We're meant to be in that position because we need to gather that wisdom to self-empower and get on path, and then spread awareness surrounding how these energies work in each one of our lives. What do we have at the foundation, please, from the Occult Tarot? Six of Pentacles. Amy, Taurus energy at the foundation of the reading. See, most, if not all of these individuals see a light inside of you that they themselves know they will never be able to possess. Oh, I feel like there's a couple of different ways of speaking on that. Possess. But what I was going to say here, Leo, they know that they essentially can't be you, right? So they'd rather hold you back, create these imbalances in your life. It's an energy of coveting. It's a very envious kind of energy. It's an energy of getting more from you by holding you back and draining you of your light than they would if they supported you on your path. They can't possess the light you hold inside of you, Leo, so they want to possess you and project all of this negativity and the demons they hold within them and use you as some sort of energetic feed. What do we have at the sacral, please? Two of Wands, Epis, Aries energy at the sacral. And here they are, creating obstacles in the shadows, causing all of your plans to just dissipate before you. Feeling a sense of fear, but not really knowing what it is you fear. You ever felt that way? Just like an energy you can't explain. I feel like this is how you feel around these energies. It really just comes down to the fact that you always knew something was wrong. You just couldn't quite put your finger on it, Leo. But you can now, because you see the truth. You're starting to see all the little details of their tactics and how they were moving around you. You're just starting to see this calculating energy that they were using toward you. It's overwhelming what I'm picking up here. It's like an energy of being in shock at how much time they invested into actually doing this to you. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Two of Swords, Halfas, Two of Wands, Two of Swords. Further detail in everything I'm picking up here, this is an energy of information overload, always feeling very indecisive about your steps moving forward, never able to process a clear thought, always feeling very mixed up. It's like making a decision to move in a certain direction, and then something coming through in the 11th hour and stifling you or sabotaging you. And I feel that this is because these energies always knew how you were going to be moving because they were very close to you. So you may have shared your moves with them. I know this energy well. I didn't see any progress in my life until I cut all these individuals away. All the people I used to share everything I was doing with were the actual people that were holding me back. And they were doing it in this very diabolical and calculated manner that it took me disengaging from to actually recognize. And when I recognized it, it was horrifying. I still have a hard time even understanding how anybody could be so evil, Leo. And for really no good reason. It's like they like to get off on just watching something that holds this very bright light within them trip on themselves. I'm seeing an angel in my mind's eye, Leo, that keeps trying to take flight, but gets pulled back down to the ground. I'm seeing a shackle, a chain, chaining this angel to the ground. And then I'm seeing all these demonic individuals pointing and laughing. I feel like this represents, metaphorically speaking, this cycle that you were in, Leo. Just when you think you're about to have some growth in your life or take flight in one direction or another, you get pulled back down to the ground. But every time you get pulled back down to the ground, you have a little less than what you had the moment before. Energy of taking one step forward, 10 steps back. What do we have at the heart, please? Wow. Hares, Knight of Swords, in its detriment, criticism. And this is a perfect card to follow up everything I just said. This is an energy of deliberate cruelty. Very violent energy. Very critical. Very egotistical. Very impulsive kind of energy here. This is that energy. Gets off on watching you try to take flight and then being knocked back down to the ground. This is an energy that gets off on watching others suffer, gets off on watching others fail, because it makes them feel a little bit better about themselves, Leo. This is a fallen kind of energy, lost their metaphorical wings long, long ago, with no chances of ever getting them back in this life cycle. So they've made it their life's mission to turn as many light beings to the darkness that they possibly can. This is an energy that wants to drain hope out of as many individuals that they possibly can in their lifetime. This is a very broken, very traumatized individual that has given themselves completely to the darkness. And then we have Mihil, restoration of life. Leo, that is your energy, and that is the sun right there at the heart. And I couldn't have asked for a better card to follow up everything I just said. The cards are narrating this reading perfectly. This is you now, Leo, stepping into an entirely new timeline, completely revitalized and hopeful of the future. There's an energy here of spiritual purity, Leo. This is representing a reflection of your soul's essence. Once completely consumed by darkness, you now step into the polar opposite, Leo. The light flooding back into your life, speaking success and joy into your everyday waking existence with ease. This is all because you self-empowered, Leo. What do we have at the throat, please? Ten of Cups, Pisces energy at the throat. Ha'il, God, Master of the Universe, Divine Warrior, confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. I love the illustration on this card because to me it speaks about the three levels of you, Leo. Here's your higher self, here's your everyday waking life self, and here's your inner child. It's like everything is coming into alignment. Everything is coming into balance. You're working in tandem with all three. Three different timelines. Calibrating together to create this evolution of you, this evolution in your life. Ten of Cups following the sun is just further reiterating this message of love and happiness, an energy of alignment, an overall energy of harmony flooding into your life, Leo. And as I'm looking at this Three of Cups above this Ten of Cups, I'm getting another message here as well. It's like here you are, aligning with all these different versions of yourself, like I was saying on this Ten of Cups. It's like here you are, right? And then here you are, aligning, having this sort of calibration of self take place. It's this moment in your life, Leo, where you're having this crossover point right before you step into this new season in your life. And during this crossover point, you have some sort of recognition that takes place, some sort of alignment. It's like your inner child, your current self, and your higher self all come together in one moment in order to calibrate and tune you for this new season in your life. A very beautiful energy is what I'm feeling here, Leo. What do we have at the third eye, please? Oh, perfect. Wow. The world. Damabia. God, the source of wisdom, fountain of wisdom, gives success in all ventures. And this is you finally closing out this cycle, Leo, completing this lesson. It's an energy of integration, the integration of these three versions of yourself. Higher, mid, and lower self all coming together in a collaborative effort to transition you into the next evolutionary vibration in your energetic signature. What do we have at the crown to close this out for Leo, please? Seven of Pentacles, Taurus energy to close out the reading at the crown. Nimamia, the lovely God. Discernment, general prosperity, the deliverance of prisoners. Recognizing that you were indeed a prisoner in this previous cycle in your life, just because you weren't in a literal jail cell or literally shackled to something. I mean, I hope not. Doesn't mean you weren't a prisoner. There are other ways to keep people captive now without making it so obvious. It's more of a mental kind of thing is what I'm picking up here, Leo, with this Nine of Swords at the third eye, making you feel like you can't move in a specific direction. But with this Seven of Pentacles now, you're lighting your own way. You're holding this vision and you're persevering forward. You're not allowing anybody to hold you back. And you've grown your wings. This card is really emphasizing the wings, I feel, which is speaking to us metaphorically about what I was speaking about earlier on in the reading in regards to that angel that was shackled to the earth, trying to take flight. This is you taking flight now, Leo. So the final message they want me to give you, Leo, is not to give up hope. Because depending on where you are on this timeline, you have a lot to look forward to. You just need to keep pressing forward. And hopefully this reading can serve as some sort of instruction manual surrounding some of the energies you may be dealing with and how you might be able to go about overcoming these specific energies in your waking life. Keep pushing forward, Leo. You're very, very close to having a breakthrough. Leo, this is the energy that's available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donations, Leo. Take care.